Boop. Battery near end. Guys, these batteries have not been charging, but I'm trying my best to vlog. We are right now in the middle of the most complicated projects that I've ever been a part of.
You know what the cool thing about a gunfight is? The chaos that has ensued from a gunfight, I can't control. All I can do is react. It's put me in a place where I've had to learn how to control my mind through chaos.
We're on very little sleep since Thursday, but super tired, super exhausted, but very, very excited to document and create more content because I'm at a place, I really want to gain some kind of big following. I know I can do it, but I always just I always choose, my peace and my comfort over, high competitiveness, because I'm extremely patient. So I just got a new camera too, so that's why I'm more excited to do it now. But right now we're headed to Miami.
There's drill on my shirt.
It's drying.
He came downstairs, came home, I took his keys. Little did we know that his keys did not have his keys on him. And we went downstairs, threw out the trash.
The old keys weren't on the keys.
The old keys.
Guys, we're back in Miami. We are starving, we are hungry, but we gotta get some food because if we don't eat, we are going to die. We, on the plane, were listening to some secret society stuff. We met somebody at the event and they sent us some these audio snippets of this guy, Kevin Trudeau, that was part of all these secret societies. And so we're essentially studying, these CDs. And it was so interesting. And also on top of that, what I also do in terms of mapping and what I try to do in spirituality, we were talking about a Lamborghini right in the cab before we got dropped off. And then right when we got dropped off, there was a Lamborghini in front of the house. So with that and being back in Miami is on one of my astrological signs for business and money. So trying to manifest, not necessarily a Lamborghini, but wanting to do some more research of these documents and these archives, see what kind of information I can download, see what I get inspired to do, and then try to manifest from there, trying to combine these two techniques. But Miami's gonna be lit. I'm excited to document it. Last time I made a film, it was hey, I wanna make $20,000, and then I hit it. So what I wanna try to do now, especially having this camera, literally the dream camera that I've been looking for, having all this awareness and wisdom that I have, I just feel like this week could be very powerful. So let's see what happens. So we are about to jump on a call with Nathan. It's been a crazy, crazy month since we last vlogged. So excited to catch you guys up. Right now I'm taking this product, funny enough, recommended also by Nathan, called Relight. And it's just a hydration thing. So for example, I just drink 4 cups of coffee in total throughout the day, throughout the morning without eating anything. It's about 2 p.m. and I start to get frantic and anxiety and all anxiety. So after I get hydrated, I feel a whole lot better. So that's what I'm about to do now. Great call with Nathan. Nathan was one of the first clients that we took on in this new updated version of our personal branding agency where we handle as much as we can. It's the all-in automation. And we're about month 7 with him, and he's happy, he's profiting, he's coming up with more and more ideas to make more money from his personal brand. And the numbers are just increasing exponentially, and we're really, really happy about that. Our other client that started closely after him is Mike, and he has a book launch next week in New York City. Now, mind you, that's an accomplishment him and his team are already working on, but the fact that we've been working with him as well for about 6 months, and he's now having a book launch, that's exciting stuff for us, especially being a young agency and young visionaries and leaders in the organization, because now we know not only are our theories good ideas, but they actually work when tested across time and the current market. So good stuff, good exciting stuff. Also too, what I'm leaning into now is coaching and consulting, helping people develop themselves, because if you develop yourself, you develop your brand.
Let go.
I feel like I have to summarize this cheers in some kind of theme, because obviously you being here isn't just normal. No, it's not just normal.
Especially with the month that we just had.
Yeah, it symbolizes so many different things, and Bree to be here. Bree, you know you're the first person I ever spoke to on this team. And I was like, hey, that bar too. All the winners, you got all the winners right here. But I feel like from the moment we connected, there's been this like theme of like hope. There's been this theme of like visionary and reaching for more and being of service, right? And I think even what you do and we do and all we try to ever do is have a certain impact of service and empowering people. So for us to be those kind of people, but to also celebrate like this, that's pretty huge. So I want to give this cheers to just celebrations.
Yes.
Because we work so damn hard.
Celebrations.
So big celebrations, big work ethics, big dreams. Cheers.
Cheers. We're going to watch Hades Town. We're going to watch Hades Town.
Yo, what's up? So, I've been saying that it possibly could just be that. What's up, guys? We are headed to a shoot with a client right now, reflecting on last night and yesterday. It was so fun because this whole week, the entire vlog series at all has now been planned. So Matt knew that he was coming for months at a time. For the first theme of this whole thing to be positivity, guys, you have no idea. So like Matt used to work at a school, and this school was just being so mean to him. He had been working there for 20 years, being undervalued, all that stuff. As he starts to break in and do his own voice coaching, Matt literally just needed a positive mindset. When I first started strategizing with him around what kind of strategy he could implement with his voice coaching on social media, he was super discouraged. But through the power of that positive mindset, and then surrounding himself with Megan, his assistant, another person with a positive mindset, he was able to do 60K in 30 days. He was able to do his entire years of salary as a teacher in just 1 month of his own business. That's the power of a positive mindset. I was thinking to myself just now, like, what is the true power of a positive mindset, and why do we need it? We need it because typically we're born inside of environments that tell us who we're supposed to be. And those characters are typically not of power. They're not people that are empowered. They're not characters that push us to grow. And so we need that positive mindset so that we can first believe that it's possible to outgrow those characters, to outgrow those casts. If you don't have that mindset, it'll be very, very hard to outgrow yourself and to become somebody you would have never thought you were capable of.
I'm complicated, but I'm worth it.
How impactful and how significant has a positive mindset been for you?
Positive mindset is everything. There was a period of time where I was really sad and depressed, like all the time. I had read this article, I'm gonna get all the sciencey things wrong, but I will try to get it right, about the neuroplasticity of the brain and how the synapses are repaired overnight. And if you focus on a certain thing, it will strengthen those connections in the brain. What it was saying was, if you focused on happiness, then happiness would be strengthened. And so for an entire year, every night before I went to bed, I would recite 3 things that I was grateful for. And some days it was really easy, and some days it was literally like, I have a roof over my head, and I'm breathing and I ate today, right? It was like just pulling teeth to figure that out. That really, really changed my overall perception in general. And now, one way that I perpetuate positivity is to recognize when things aren't going well and sitting with those emotions. Almost seems like it's the opposite, right? It's like, well, if I'm having a crappy day, if I'm super anxious, if I'm depressed if I'm going through a hard time, like just say positive affirmations and everything's gonna be okay, and that's not true. I think one way to perpetuate positivity is to really sit with and dive into those really icky feelings and being okay with it and being like, it's okay that you're sad right now because something happened, right? And so being able to sit with those emotions and allow them to process allows you to get back over here, maybe a little bit quicker.
Sometimes it's better for the team long term to take a break today and just speak about a challenge that we're facing personally. Because when you're long-term thinking, if you clear that energy, it's all about energy work. I've been having a conversation with everybody this week about it's all energy work. When you do the appropriate energy work, it creates room for abundance and magic and all these amazing things. And it's just, right now, it's just proof because like with all these organizations that try to move to corporate, they build these departments, these $1 million departments on house of cards and not relationships. So how do we do everything with that level of care? We do it carefully. We do it carefully and smooth. I always tell people smooth is the fastest way to go.
Hello.
Without all of that pain, without all of that, I wouldn't be as passionate and creative about solving these problems.
Right.
You know, and that's when I start to, smile a little bit about the whole reality of it all, because I quite literally, when I start thinking about how I can solve these problems, and when I start putting my heart towards a project, my creativity and what I'm able to do and the purpose and the impact that I'm able to have is completely different. So I'm like, I see now. In my opinion, I think a lot of people have a lot of opportunities to just quite literally be modern day angels. Take the pain that you went through and turn it into your passion.
Right.
It's Monday, just got a haircut, feeling good, feeling focused, been trying to reflect quite a bit, a lot on positivity. It's been a wild week, a lot has happened. I'm kind of used to how crazy and hectic my life is, especially in the environment that I'm in, so it's been fun reflecting on the hecticness of my schedule. That being said, positivity. One thing that I've learned so far, it being Monday, I feel like we're halfway through. It being Monday and me thinking about positivity, I remind myself that life is all vibration. I remind myself that it's all perspective, and what you want, you can attract by being. So I'm trying to be positive. And, luckily for me, this is something that I'm used to. I've been through many things in my life. When you kind of get used to the fundamentals, you can kind of forget the drastic impacts slight switches can make. And I definitely have not been thinking of gratitude enough lately. I really want to step in and think about what I'm grateful for, because I noticed that shifts me into positivity super quickly. So one thing I've been doing is just every moment that I can catch myself thinking about what I'm grateful for in that moment. That has been working really, really well. Now, I think about the importance of positivity, but again, I want to think about how I want to make all this practical. I want to think about results. And the next core value that I'm going to be focusing on, authenticity, right? And so embracing your true self. So if I'm grateful and I'm more positive, I set myself up for being more my truest self. So I've been trying to step into that, trying to be more of myself, trying to take up more space, trying to be more present, trying to distract myself less from the present moment, be more positive in the present moment so that I can be more my true self. That's a great way to kind of continue this week with a more specific focus of positivity. I'm grateful for the opportunity to show up. right, so there's this thing happening in Canada.
Breaking news today. Kids at New York City public schools will be staying inside. That means no outdoor trips, no recess. And it is all because of this, a thick cloud of smoke that has blanketed the region, a result of the wildfires in eastern Canada. City officials think New York's air quality yesterday may have been the worst it has ever been.
Looks freaking orange. So I was thinking about this the other day. On a scale of 1 to 10, how often do you feel like you're lying to yourself? You see, because there might be things in your current environment that are holding you back from what you're trying to do. If you're trying to reach a goal and you're trying to transform something, but there are 5 things in your life that are drastically holding you back, you're gonna end up exhausted, you're gonna end up confused, frustrated. And so when you're thinking about the awareness of your environment, think about the energies of certain things. There are certain times when we're chasing after something and we think that the path we're on is the most accurate path, but we don't sit and really analyze the path and look at it and break it down. I've learned that in my 7 years of trying to figure out my own mess, that the game is all about awareness. What is truly going on? What is the real reality of the situation? Because what I don't want for you is for you to constantly be chasing after this goal, thinking that you're doing everything right, never truly taking an awareness test on yourself. Because when you do that, you surround yourself with people that also don't do it. And so now you've surrounded yourself with things that are just pushing you down. And now your reality is disconnected so much from the truth. But when you can sit and really analyze, okay, how often do I lie to myself? Am I lying to myself about my diet? Am I lying to myself about my job? Am I lying to myself about my friends? Sometimes asking ourselves those hard questions can be the difference between peace and chaos. Also, for those of you that aren't clear, so I'm doing a 10-week challenge. I've essentially put down all of my passion, all of my core statements for my brand onto a piece of paper. From there, I created 10 core values. From there, I then organized the 10 values into what way someone should learn them. And then from there, I created this course. All right, go to music when Sandy runs. I have a playlist that I created recently called Murder Gang Shit. Now, this playlist is inspired by Drake. Drake, as we all know, amazing musician, but might be a murderer. But that kind of energy, low-key, is inspiring as a man, because through everything that I'm facing right now, I need that warrior energy. Now, I'm not saying I need to murder anyone. And that's why I listen to this playlist, so I don't murder anyone.
What you call an icon living? Start a record label, Misfits just did it. Whoa. Nylon cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we are too hot in the business. Whoa. About to make a movie independent. Whoa. Need new trucks independent. Whoa. I need you to listen to the vision. Whoa. All your verses sound like dirty dishes. I'm about to clean them in the kitchen. And we making money by the minute. I'm about to do it way different. I am just an icon living. I am just an icon living. Icon living. I am just an icon living. I am just an icon. I am not a Mayan, I'm a menace. It's wild, you can lie like a professor. I don't got the time to put you on a stretcher. I am here and I still flex. I am just an icon living. Start a record label, Misfits just did it. Whoa, I'm high snob, cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we are so hot in the business. Last verse was before the award show. Icon tatted on my torso. Me and Moy dipping in the Porsche, so what? I ain't even taking on tour, so what? Damn. Last girl signed a divorce, so what? Now I'm focused and we about to all blow up.